Do you know what it takes to be the best? Because we do.
The Elite Shoutcasting Network.
Are you listening?
GameStar Radio would like to advise that this live shoutcast may contain coarse language and content that may be unsuitable for people under the age of 15.
This GameStar Shoutcast is proudly sponsored by OzGamers, the place to go for all the latest PC and console news, reviews and downloads, so check out ozgamers.com for all the info.
OzGamers, helping you be a part of Australia's games community.
Gamer, do you know what it takes to be the best? Because we do.
The Elite Shoutcasting Network.
Are you listening?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to GameStar TV. This is Chrisis bringing you a bit of Left 4 Dead action from the CGI ladder tonight. And we are a little bit delayed tonight because we had some server issues, but the pro admin Zombie has been working on those issues. Now, I'm not sure whether we're on a server that Zombie's organized for us or whether we're just on a server, but we are in a server and we are going to be bringing you this cast live in just a moment as soon as the game starts. But without further ado, let me hand over to my friend Zombie to say hello to you all. How are you doing, Zombie?
Good evening, everyone. Oh, I don't think I've got any hair left after that bit of issues there, Crisis, but we do have a server. It's not a CG one. It is one, in fact, supplied by the SFR guys here tonight. Huge props to Sentient for getting it set up. Phew. What would we do without him, Crisis?
Well, I guess we wouldn't have a shoutcast tonight. We wouldn't have GameStar TV tonight. So let's get into this match right here and now, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to be bringing you Cybergamer action. It is the Invite League, and tonight we have a cracker for you. We've got Crayons versus Send for Raw. Now, we've seen Send for Raw just recently on GameStar TV, and that is up and available from www.gamestar.com. Big shout out to our sponsors, OzGamers, that make GameStar TV possible. We have not seen Crayons in a GTV broadcast, so this is a first for us tonight. And guess what? Crayons are unbeaten on the Invite League. So they are currently, as far as you're concerned, you were saying to me earlier, Zombie, the team to beat.
In my opinion, yes. Now, I think it's next week we're actually going to see the two undefeated teams go head-to-head, which is Crayons and, of course, our good mates in the brackets, boys. And it's going to be on Dead Air too, so it's going to be a very interesting one to see. But back to this match tonight, it is great to see from both teams that they've both got their core on. I'll just quickly run through the teams for you there, Crisis. For Send for All, we have Sentient, Weisk, Chi, and Pines. For the Crayons, we have Fitsu, Meshu, Hayu, and Mind, who's just reconnecting to the server just now, I think. So, it's going to be a huge match tonight, I reckon. It's going to be a great show, Crisis.
Yeah, it's going to be a cracker. Now, we're on No Mercy tonight, and Send for Raw and Crayons will be no strangers to No Mercy. Now, I think it was also you, Zombie, that was saying earlier that Send for Raw have a very strong game here on No Mercy. Is that correct?
Definitely. These guys have been around since sliced bread. When Left 4 Dead first came out, they were going toe-to-toe with the Oomphians right at the beginning, and obviously for those been around for a while, Blood Harvest and No Mercy were the only two maps around. So these guys have had plenty of practice on it throughout a long time, but that doesn't mean anything to Crayons. They're just a huge team. They've got massive teamwork, and who knows? Who knows which way it's going to go tonight? I've had predictions coming left, right and centre. Some saying this team, some saying the other team. We're in for one, I tell you, man. It's going to be one of those nights.
It sure is going to be awesome. So it looks like Crayons are going to be survivors first up. And that means they are going to head off in this first map looking for the red line, according to Bill. And they will head down. We are going to be going live in a couple of seconds. The match will be live after 2 round restarts. And the good luck, have funs go out. A bit of smack going down from Crayons already. Mishu there saying, good luck, have fun, B team. So it's on, says Wask, and it is on indeed. Now we'll wait for those courtesy ready ups to happen, and let's just have a look here. So we've got Bill is Mindu, Francis is Fitsu, Zoe is Mishu, and bringing up the rear is Token, played by Hugh, or should I just call him Hugh? What do you think, Zombie?
Who knows? I've always tried to call him Hyu, but who knows what they're called?
See, HYU is they're the first letters of Hyundai, the car, and you don't say Hyundai.
Yes.
So anyway, well, the game is on, the door is closed, and they are downstairs and into the first part of the map, ladies and gentlemen. They're on the inside. We're going to have two hunters, a boomer and a smoke, and they're just setting up on the inside as Crayons do the little crawl along and get themselves. Oh, we've got our first smoke coming in. Bill was lagging behind a little bit. Smoke comes in. We've got a hunter coming in. The timing is a little bit off, and the smoke has been relieved already. And in fact, the hunter has been batted off as well. So Crayons at the moment, a little bit of a hiccup there as Mindu got pulled back, but he is just fine right now. And they are on to the, well, it's like, what's it, the first floor of the building. So one more floor to go down, Zombie.
I like to call this area the little kitchen.
Oh yeah, there you go. They're in the kitchen. And one more floor to go down.
Yeah, well, they're coming up to the big drop here. This is also an area for a bit dangerous for some teams, because obviously you can get the smoker pulling back into the bathroom, and the other team members drop down. A couple of easy ways around it. But anyway, hopefully we'll see a tank soon. I've known with Sevo servers that tanks usually come here. And speaking of that, there's a smoker, but no. Oh, Boomer comes in. He's only picked up one. Smoker's down the bottom. He's dragged one down. Oh, Boom's on. Crisis, it's chaos in here.
Yeah, and then, this is a great combination attack. We had a smoker pull one player down after the boom came down. Then the boomer got popped and covered the faces of another two of the players who both got hunted while they were still upstairs. So that was a great little move there from SFR, and they have put the hurt on Fitzu and Mindu. Fitzu is now in the yellow, so is Mindu, and Fitzu in fact is a smidgen away from being in the red. So as soon as we get outside, we'll be able to start bringing you some of the hunter pouncers, but all the SFR players dead at the moment. So just a little bit of a breather there, Zombie, for Crayons to get themselves organised before the next attack.
Wasn't that a great attack? It really separated Crayons up there. Had two stuck up the top, and the Hunters got massive damage in. We'll see what the Hunters can do here, because I'm predicting massive pouncers. 25s, maybe. I reckon probably high teens, maybe even early 20s we'll get here. Just like the way the women, huh?
For sure. Now, we're going to have the same... Do we have three hunters? I can't find it. I can't find... Oh, the tank has
23!
spawned. There you go, 23 pounds, and the tank has spawned. So let's just see if we can pick up the tank on the cam.
It is the Wiskington.
There you go, he's picked himself up.
And he's got himself on fire.
That
is absolutely a noob move. He got too close to the barrel there. Got to shout out to him. Weiss, great stuff there, mate. Careful of those oil barrels, so they can cause yourself a bit of a pain.
I'm not sure what's happened. I lost him on the cam, so let me just see if I can pick him up again. Oh, I missed him. Oh, he's getting a world of hurt.
He's putting the world of hurt into mesh at the moment.
There you go. So he's taken down. He's in-capped one player. He's going after a second, but they are unhurt. And look at that. The door gets slammed in his face, and the tank is down. And he will just feel a bit disappointed with himself running into fire. There you go. Sentient calling it for you on GameStar TV. You can see exactly what he says. And Zombie having a good chuckle. I mean, that's really, he's going to be kicking himself, and I'm sure getting a lot of stick in vent from that one.
Oh, for sure. That's up there with Pat's Pro Tanker falling off the edge. And Boomer's come in. He's picked up two, I think. Yes, he has. Hunters are coming in, but they have missed their targets. Bashed away by Fitzu. That was Chi. Second one running away, and Meshu takes down Pines. Fatal Hunters there, but we do see Meshu is only on 10 health at the moment. Third Hunter comes in. And he's got one, but wasn't a big pound, and the smoker is in now as well, but no, attack is all down. All the guys from SFR are dead.
Yeah, just before the match started, there was a lot of warm-up, and during that warm-up, I watched a couple of the players practicing bunting. And, well, it was just amazing to watch. Time after time, you'd have these hunters come in and they just get smacked away with the butt of a rifle. Boomer comes in. He gets a double. We're going to see a pounce from up on the roof in just a moment. It is Pines. He gets a 14 damage pounce. The players are separated up. He's been knocked off, but that's enough time for another pounce to come in. And Mishu is living on pills. So is Mindu at the moment. And Fitzu and Hugh are both in a world of hurt as well. They're both in the yellow. So Smoker comes in. He's going to try and get a pull onto the car, and he doesn't succeed in doing so. He gets taken down. That was Weisk again. Big shout out to Weisk, of course, for requesting this match to be broadcast on GTV. Only our pleasure, Weisk, to bring this to you. And Zombie, here we go. The players are now into the safe room.
Yeah, that is correct. They have scored 916, which on the first map, it's a bit good, it's a bit bad. Usually teams will get over the 1,000-point mark, but all in all, quite good. Yeah, I reckon SFR, if they can get past the tank, they're going to beat that score.
Right, 916, and just a reminder there, Zombie, that I need you to keep track of the score, just so that I can have one less distraction for the...
Already one step ahead of you there.
Superb, my friend. Okay, so here we are. It is now Send for Raw that are going to be doing the return round. We're going to have the standard opening here for the Crayons. They have a Boomer, they have a Smoker, and they have 2 Hunters. So we'll have to see, let's just see. So it was just before the second stairwell that we had our first attack from SFR. Here we go. Game is on, and they do a little feint. They open the door and they drop down through the glass skylight. Zombie, do you think we're gonna have an early attack as well here?
Well, here it is. I can hear a couple of Hunters pouncing around. First one, bang, punted away by Pines there. Scratches are coming in, not a huge amount of damage. Here comes the Boomer late. Oh, he's had the door shut on his face. Great work there. Bad luck to Meshu.
Got the sentient cam going. Now they'll know that there is a team down. Although, actually, they found themselves a Molotov, and who's going to pick that up? We're going to have 2 Molotovs, in fact. Weisk and Sentient both have Molotovs, so they are going to be able to set set the tank on fire on purpose. And I'm surprised that Weisk has... Oh, in fact, Weisk does have one, so he knows all about setting things on fire, doesn't he, Zombie?
Oh, wasn't that just a spectacle? Love seeing that. The guys have jumped down the hole, all 4 of them nice and safe. Let's see what the Hunters is going to do. Hopefully we get some massive pounces. As a horde comes in, I think it's just one of those random hordes. I didn't hear or see a Boomer come in. No, it didn't. It's just one of those random hordes. Lovely little thing in Left 4 Dead. But here it comes. SFR guys just taking it out. No hassles whatsoever.
Yeah, there's
Chrisis, what do you reckon? 25 coming up?
Oh, there's got to be. So let's just see if I can get onto the roof and see where the players are, if anybody's spawned. And, well, no, they aren't. It's all quiet out there. We've got a couple of Hunters down below, so we're going to be mixing it up a little from the Crayons. They're going to be going in for a bit of an alternative. In fact, I think they're going to wait for the tank to spawn, Zombie, before they do anything.
Yeah, that's correct. The tank spawns once the guys get to about the next car, just outside, past the bins, near that flaming oil barrel, which Weiss probably now has his own little, thing about him. That's how people are going to remember him, I say. But the guys that actually managed to get into the side room, probably having to check for another molly or some pills, anything. I think they've just picked up a pipe bomb by the sounds of things. Yes, they have. Pines now has a pipe bomb as well as Chi. Who knows? Tank could be spawning right now. Let's see what happens, Chrisis.
Now, there's been a lot of talk, Zombie, over the last couple of days, or in fact, well, over the last day, since the GTX versus... Oh man, my mind's blank because the tank has just arrived, so we'll pick up that discussion in a moment. We've got a couple of Hunters coming in and getting their pouncers on, but I'm following the tank over here on GTV, and there you go. It is Hugh for Crayons, and he's going to be coming in, and he knows he's going to be set on fire. There are 2 pipe bombs, 2 Molotovs, and he's just biding his time. I think he's going to try and bait them into throwing one of those Molotovs. There you go. He shows his face and jumps back. That's great work there. He's managed to get rid of one of the Molotovs. Of course, Zombie, they might end up wasting too much time and losing control of the tank completely.
Well, that has happened. Hayu has just shifted control to Mindu. Now, what happens here is they've got to wait for their team to spawn in. Beautiful work by the Boomer there. He's just gone in, and the guy with the Molotov is down by the smoker. Here comes Mindu. 1 bash, 2 bash. Oh, this is going to be crazy. This is not good for SFR classes. What can you see on the cam?
Oh, I've got the tank cam on at the moment. It is Mindu. There you go. Zoe, who is being played by Sentient, finally gets a Molotov down. The tank is on fire, but he's in-capped 2 players. There's a bit of a glitch into the roof for one of them, so they'll be upset about that. But that's Left 4 Dead for you. Right now, it is Mindu, who is, Sentient, who is getting a world of hurt on him. And now we have the last man. Oh, sorry, we've got 2 men still standing. and they managed to clear him down. So a big shout out to Chi and to Pines for managing to survive that onslaught. That was great tank work there, Zombie, and certainly much better than SFR's attempt with the tank.
It was really good work from both teams. I gotta love when Chi closed the door on the tank. The tank went to get a big fistful of Chi face, but nah, the door got closed on him. Anyway, as you're saying, definitely good tank work. 2 in caps, 1 in fire as well, which would have caused a bit more of a hassle, a bit more of a panic. And Boomer's coming in, Hunter's coming in. Oh, 12 damage, nothing huge, but good enough. Smoker's grabbed Sentient down the back of the alley. He's going to be in trouble. He is in cap there, he goes down. Also in cap is White. He's booming on, so it's not going to be looking good for him. He's only got about half of his in-capped health left, and we'll see Sentient now on Black and White healing up. Probably the same deal for White, I'd assume. Crisis, what do you reckon?
That was a great combo, Zombie, and it's what we expect from these top teams. Smoker, two Hunter Pouncers, all making their mark, and of course the Boomer following up. Even though he got melee once, he was able to regather his feet and just get a bit of spew down and cause the Horde to come through. So very, very good work, forcing the use of 2 of those medpacks. I guess you could think that SFR fancy their chances of getting to the subway before the bleed out, Zombie, but in the end, getting their hand forced.
Well, that's the thing. They're going for a quick sprint here down to that subway. Now, they've got to be careful with this Boomer. Boomer has hit 2, I think it is. No, he's gotten all 4. No, 3 of them, sorry. My bad. I'm having a terrible one. But still, luckily enough not to get the car off, because the guy's got to be careful. Obviously, hitting the Boomer, exploding on that car is going to cause even more of a Horde. And there it is. Horde is off. They've Molotoved the stairs, and they're making a run for it now, the SFR guys. Will they get there? I reckon so. Looking at a health bonus of about 139, 140, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're indoors closed. Great little work at the end. Now, they've scored 960 points, so they have a lead of 44 points. It's going to be close.
And that's the way we like it here on the Cybergamer Invite League. These are 2 top teams. Only 10 teams get invited to this league, and this you are seeing tonight exactly why these teams have been brought on. Sen for Raw really laying the gauntlet down to the number 2 ranked team, Crayons, with 960 to 916 in that first round. So good stuff. And SFR with their signature spray there, Zombie. Have you seen this?
Yes, that's their little logo. Now, I'll just make a quick shout out to their Team B. They are going to be roaring up the ladder. They've joined it late. I reckon they're going to be in there for finals contention for CGO. Keep a lookout for them, guys, in the CGO ladder listening in tonight.
Oh, hold on. So Team B is an actual team that's not one of these 2 teams?
No, that's correct. SFR actually have 2 teams. This is their A team, they'd like to call it, that are part of the CGI League, and they do have a second team in the CGO League.
Oh, it shows how much I know, because I actually thought when they did that shout out to Team B that they were actually laying some smackdown and calling the other team the Team B. So, well, I guess I've got a little bit more to learn about the community here on Left 4 Dead, so big shout out to those guys. Sorry. And of course I have to apologize as well. When I build this match up on www.gamestar.com, I actually said that SFR were in second place and not Crayons, and of course it's the other way around. So big apologies, and that is the last apology I'm going to make, hopefully, of the night, as Send for Raw open the door after the courtesy ready ups, and Zombie, they are outside and getting a smoker pull already.
Yeah, so it was a nice little pull by Ho. He tried to be a bit cheeky there. He's got a face full of bullets. Don't know how he didn't die, actually. But anyway, let's see what the guys do. I can hear a Boomer has spawned. He has 1, 2 is being boomed. And the Hunter's gone to pounce in. But the Boomer explosion just knocked him out of the way. Hunter's gone in. A little bit of damage, nothing much. Here comes the Smoker again. Nothing really happening. All 4 infected are down.
A little bit of health there off of Weiss, who's taking... He got the brunt of that. He got a bit of Boomer puke all over him, and that attracted some love and touches from the Horde. And now they are through into the stairwells areas and about to head down the escalator. So, we're going to have to see when the tank spawns. We've got Pines, Chi, Weiss, and Sentient for Send for Raw now in the ticket stalls area. And, a couple more pouncers come in. 1 lands, 2 lands, but it's a bit in sequence. That's enough to get a buff bag from the Boomer. Smoker comes with a little bit of a follow-up over there. All 4 players covered in goo, Zombie, but easily able to retreat back and deal with the horde.
Wasn't that just a great play by Crayons there? A special shout out to Hayu for that. He did a nice little wall pounce, getting 6 damage. Now the guys in SFR have to be careful coming up to this next little train section up the top. Popular area for quad cap. Now I think Crayons have timed it right, but they are going to have a setup of 3 hunters, 1 smoker. We'll have to see what happens though. Now for anyone who's just tuned in listening, first round has been completed, first map is over. SFR scoring 960, Crayons 916, so nothing in this match really. It is tight like a tiger.
Tight like a little boy's anus.
I was trying not to say that.
So the attackers come in. We've got a Smoker's got 1 pull, and a Hunter coming through, bouncing around a little bit. Boomer in the meantime has got a double. And so the horde is coming through, but Send for Raw are doing quite well at this stage, considering the onslaught. They do have all the players still in the green, although Weiss is very, very close to going into the yellow.
Yeah, that's right. Both Weiss and Send here sitting on around about the 50 to 60 health here, and with Chi and Pine sitting on around about 90 health each. So they've gotten through that dangerous area for the quad caps, coming up to the area now where usually you'll get the tier 2 weapons on the ammo table just outside the trains. Who knows, might even see my girlfriend on this map. I'd love to see her tonight. Haven't heard from her for a while.
Oh, you're talking about the witch?
That, of course, being the witch. Yes, of course.
Okay, so I've got the Mishu cam on at the moment. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. He is a hunter. He's got a buddy. There you go. He goes in. He goes across. He gets bunted away and goes in for a consolation scratch. Not even sure if that landed before he gets taken down. And we are back to the Sentient cam. And that shows you, ladies and gentlemen, here on GameStar TV, that all of the special infected are dead. So getting a little bit of the rush on Zombie. We do have 2 players in the yellow now.
Yep, that is correct. Weiss and Sentient have dropped down. I think they are still both running. They're not quite limping yet. They have picked up their tier 2 weapons on that common table. They do have quite the setup of 2 mollies, 1 pipe, and they've just found another pipe bomb as well. So they're plenty prepared. Also, 3 lots of pills. So anything that's going to get thrown at them, they're going to be ready for. And here comes another attack. Oh no, Boomer's only picked up 1 here. Hunter went in a bit late and missed his target. Oh, all the horde. Oh, it's on. He's got 4, I think, with the explosion. Chrisis, what can you see on?
Yeah, that was great follow up there from the Boomer. He got a puke in just as the door was closing. That was enough for the hunters to come in. There was a perfunctory little smoke there through the door hole, but when the door finally got broken open by the Boomer, who miraculously survived, he came in there, blew up, and got green goo over all 4 players. But once again, they just deal with it in quite exceptional style, I've got to say.
Here she is.
Oh, and that's no fun.
Pines, how dare you do that to her?
Yeah,
beautiful crown there by him.
They just blew her head right off. Didn't even miss a beat. Into the event room now, Zombie. And have they set it off? Yeah, they've set it off.
Yep, they have set it off. Now they're running back to the stairwell, which is a common place. And big pounds coming in, 11 damage, which is great damage for this area. Now the guys aren't quite able to make it into the stairwell yet because the common had just given them a world of pain. Weiss is only a slash away from being in-capped here. He's got to pop those pills or he's just going to go down very, very quick.
So let's see if we can get Weiss onto the cam. And he's just crouching around. He's kind of in the line of fire. He does have 1 player on either side of him, so I guess they could possibly defend him. No sneaky scratch going to come in to take down our man Weiss, and he is just hanging on for dear life before he pops those pills. And, well, he'll be quite slow. Not bleeding out, though, so he's in the red, but not bleeding out just yet. And very good positional play there from his team, Zombie, just making sure that he's in the middle of them.
Use your first aid kit.
Yeah, that's right. He's just popped the pills now, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's a very dangerous area because if he didn't pop those pills, well, luckily they found some more in the med cabinet there. But if he didn't do that, they could have, like, in-capped him. Crayons could have just, done a nice little, even the 4 damage pounds would have in-capped him. But anyway, SFR, they're heading up through the top of the crescendo room into the ammo room, I like to call it. Smoker has tried the traditional pullback, but has been shot down quickly by Pines. And, we've got the streak to come up yet. it could be hassle. We still haven't seen a tank this map. Chrisis, what's your thought on that?
Well, we generally expect the tank really early on in these competition configs, but tonight, well, the tank is kicking back, popping a couple of brewskis and letting his team get themselves some damage down, and just a little bit of cleanup at the moment on the Sentient cam as they clear out the rooms. They found, it's just incredible, they've all got bombs, they've all got med packs, and they've all got pills at the moment, so...
No, that's right. Now, Meshu's going to be very upset with himself because he's only just missed a pounce that would have kind of stopped. I think it was Pines separated in a room by himself. Now, that could have been a big trouble for SFR. But anyway, tanks can spawn up to 90%. At the moment, we are sitting at 73, 74% of the map. So, I mean, tank really can spawn as late as halfway down through this street here. And saying that, of course, here he is now, 76%. They're at the bottom now. Where's the tank spawn? Who have we got? It is Meshu. Oh, this is not going to be good for SFR. And he's done it perfectly. Here he's coming in the back.
Oh, boo!
Pop that in your face, Sentient.
Oh, in the face. Sentient was just running around the corner. Oh, that's classic. Got it on GTV. Perfect. He went around the corner and bam! Tank fist in the face. So he's down, and 1, 2, 3 players in cap, 4 players in cap. That was carnage by our man Mishu. That's incredible, Zombie.
That was great, mate. If I was Sentient, I would have pooped myself, I tell you. Oh.
I just about did myself. Man, that was absolutely incredible. They got him on fire, but it was just, he came out of nowhere. He was like a freight train, man, and just hauled down that passageway and burnt them down. It was just phenomenal to watch, and got it in first person there. I wasn't, for once, I wasn't actually following the tank in first person. I think it was actually the better view. So now Crayons are out, Zombie, and man, they must be pumped after that little tank effort.
Oh, that was just great work by them. They've dropped down here. One of them has dropped down early and caught all the brunt of the boomer, and that is the man himself, Meshu. It's only taken probably about 20-odd health. He's taken a couple of scratches from a sneaky, cheeky little hunter. There he is. It was Pines. Good work to you there, mate. Getting in a lot of those 6 damage swipes, I should say. But anyway, they haven't taken a huge amount of damage. They're going to come down here now and check out for the pipes and mollies up in the common spawn, and only have picked up 1 Molotov, which is good to see. Don't want to see one team too fair biased to the other. Now, heading down the escalators now, who knows? Could be pills, could be pipes. Let's see what the SFR guys do here in response to what Crayons did here in terms of attacks. What can you make of it?
Of course, they do know that, well, exactly where the T2 weapons are going to be, so they're going to make a beeline for that pretty quickly. One thing that I noticed in that previous round, SFR might as well not have been playing Left 4 Dead. They might as well have been playing Journey Through a Crack House, the number of drugs they managed to pick up. And we'll just have to see if the AI director is as kind to our friends the Crayons, who are doing pretty well at the moment, looking very good in terms of their health stakes, and almost looking as though they are rushing through this. There you go. Well, 1, 2 pills, and everybody's got lots of bombs and mollies.
Well, it's interesting to see at this area we had both Weiss and Sentient down to about half health. Now, as I was saying before, this is a dangerous area for quad caps, which is of course a 3 hunters, 1 smoker setup. Who knows? We could see SFR try and get it. They might even pull it off. I'd love to see it. Ugh, it's always daunting. They found a huge stack of Molotovs here, so they're probably going to throw a couple just to help try and prevent that. But let's see what happens here, Chrisis. I'm predicting something big.
Alright, so all of a sudden the pace changes, and this is what I love about Left 4 Dead. A bit of rushing, and then they know we've got to take it easy now. The attack is going to come. It's almost guaranteed to come at this point, so let's just be careful. So let me just see if I can get a hunter on the cam. There you go. We've got Weiss, get the Weiss cam on. We've got a horde coming through. It's just a hurry up and stop faffing around. Horde. In comes Weiss. He gets a 7 damage. The smoker comes in. He gets his tongue on, but unfortunately it gets knocked off for him. Boomer through the crack. Gets a triple, Zombie, and the horde is coming through.
Yes, well, High was just blown up, Chi, and actually what happened was the explosion caused all the goo of the world to come over Mindu's back as well. So in the end, 4 covered. The horde, however, didn't do a huge amount of damage. Now the guys have just picked up their tier 2 weapons. What can I say? 1 auto shotty, 2 auto shotties, 3 auto shotties, and a 4th auto shotty. How's that for variance?
Well, they do know that there's going to be a tank at some point. In fact, they know that the tank is going to be a long way away. They can do whatever they want at this stage. They've taken down all of the special infected. They just have the horde to deal with. And really, for competitive players, the traditional horde is no problem. Here we go. We have another attack coming through. Oh, it's not quite an attack. It's just a bit of hunter pouncing. Slow things down. Let's just see if we can get him on the cam. We've got Chi on the cam. He's way back. Oh, he's getting the respawn. There you go. The attack is on in the train. It's a bad place to attack those Zombie because there are 4 shotguns pointing out of the door.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one there. I thought Sentient was just up there just to create a bit of a diversion, you know, just get them a bit worried that something big might be happening. Here comes the last hunter now, and he has missed by the looks of things. He's got caught in midair, poor Weiss. Hit, I think, maybe the little corner of a pipe and just got himself caught. But anyway, that is all 4 of them dead with Chi in the spawning mode, however. Now, the pipe bomb has gone off into the pillar room, and no, Fitsu running back, maybe saw another pipe. Sorry, there he is, another Molotov. He's going back to grab. Anyway, that goes a bit way. Oh no, we've got a pause here from Weiss. Let's see what happens here. Now, the question marks are coming out. Let's see what happens. Oh, Sentient has crashed. Oh,
all right.
This is not good for SFR.
Just the one crash. Now, we saw an interesting situation last night where a player crashed, and I hope that you can hear the inverted commas in my voice, crashed just after there was an in-cap of a player, and that resulted in that new rule coming in. Zombie?
Yeah, that is correct. Yes, as you said, crashed with the very looseness of the word, as you could probably imagine. But anyway, I have been doing a bit of research around about the place, and I have found a command that does prevent bots from warping. It doesn't freeze them, as I've been asked by a couple of members of the community. Basically, from what I have done in terms of testing, is I've seen that if something happens like last, what we'll see is the bot will actually start running along the fence. So if someone does crash, it's not going to cause the bot to run back or warp over and save him, but you know, it's not also going to cause the bot to run off and do other really retardedly random stuff either. So anyway, got to do a few more testing on that, see if it requires cheats, because if it does, then obviously we can't use it because, oh, hell could break loose. But yep, keep your eyes and ears posted on the CG forums. We'll give you an update as soon as we can get you one.
Of course, if just for a little bit more context, you can catch the game from last night on GameStar TV. It was Genetics Gaming versus the Breakfast Club, and the Breakfast Club actually won that game in the end. And you want to watch the start of the second map in Dead Air, and that's where the smoker can get those awesome pulls off the ladder as the players go up, and have the player swing all the way down across, back over the fence, and get in-capped when he falls down, and then unable to be revived. So a very interesting situation there from last night's match, and definitely worth the watch. So now we have Hugh, who has gone, or Hayu, who has gone AFK. So you know what I'm going to do, Zombies? I'm just going to ask the players quickly, how do you pronounce Hayu?
Isn't that great? That's something that we really need to figure out, because a lot of these teams actually have names that we just have no idea. I think actually Hayu... I was right. Hayu. But anyway, as I was saying, a lot of teams have very, very interesting names that are just next to impossible to pronounce. But as we said, we've got the great call from Hindu here that it's actually pronounced penis. So maybe we should refer to him to that for the rest of the game here, Crisis.
Alright, so Hayu says it's Hayu. So we'll be calling him Hayu from there then on, and we will just bear in mind that Mindu has a fixation on penis.
Now we've got another complimentary horde just to come in and stir things up. The guys not going to waste their ammo, they're going to take him out with the jewelries. Just coming out the back door. Probably not the best thing to be talking about when we're also talking about penises here, but anyway, back above the belt for this cast, Crisis. You're giving me a red face here, mate. And here we go, Sentient is back in the server, and We've got the readies. They're into the pillar room. Let's see what happens here.
And game is back on, so a little bit of banter is all over, and really a different spirit to this game. All the players having a good time and laying down the friendly smack, so that's pretty good. Happy to see that. Great community, the Left 4 Dead community here on the Cybergamer. Left 4 Dead League and Ladder, the invite and the open. Great bunch of kids playing. I shouldn't really say kids because there's grown men like me playing as well. Although I'm not in the ladder, so technically.
Okay, this is going to be interesting to see what they do here with my girlfriend, the witch here. Looks like they're going to throw a Molotov down at her, which obviously is good because it does get a lot of damage now. Well, we've got to be careful because there is a smoker up here. And bang, the booms come in as well. This is going to be not good for Meshu, as he's the one who also lit her on fire. No, it's actually my bad. Hayu is the one who's caught with the boomer juice. But where is the witch coming from? Looks like she might drop from the hole, or is she coming down the stairs? I can't see. Can you see her anywhere, Chrisis? Here she is down the hole, and there she is. She's burnt to death.
Yeah, so that was a good move. The witch, for some reason, freaks out when you set her on fire. You know, not like a normal person who would just, stop, drop, and roll. And runs around, falls down the hole, and gets taken out. So we've got hunters pouncing all over the place in the event room at the moment. Crayons not really bothered by them. And there's the boomer that comes in, but they are not outside just yet, so they can just back down those stairs and deal with the horde as it comes in. Boomer's still up. We've got one hunter, and we've got a smoker. So that boom zombie will probably give them enough time to get that hunter to respawn.
Yeah, that is correct. Now, this is, as I was saying before, it can be, oh, here he comes in. No, he's missed. It's an area to get anywhere between 10 to, I think, 15 or 16 is about the max you can get if the guys are really sneaky with the hunter and actually pounce themselves off the back wall. But the guys, they've actually got their 4 sets of pills, 4 Molotovs, actually no, 3 Molotovs and 1 pipe bomb, and here comes the event. One hunter comes in. It's going to create just enough time just for another hunter to come in, but he's being punted away. Great stuff there by Fitzu, that was. Chrisis, what do you make of this area for defending off the crescendo?
Well, I was actually going to ask you if there's some sort of a rule that says they're not allowed to crouch under those pipes.
Well, that is correct. There is a rule against that. That is the main one. There's a couple like that in No Mercy, the pipes and obviously the bed on No Mercy 4. But there is rules in place that teams cannot stack 4 people into the one corner at once. Actually, I think it's 2 or more. So yeah, there I am, great letter Ed. No, I am knowing all the rules off by heart. Cough, cough. But anyway, the guys have made to clear out the crescendo. They're just going to head upstairs now, and they've got to be prepared for the tank. Maybe the guys are going to head up that infected ladder and give them a nice little surprise at sentient god. Oh, wasn't that great? But they've got to be careful if they do that, the SFR guys, because the Crayons could catch onto it early and just, do the bolt out the window and down to the safe room Crisis.
Well, we're getting close to where the tank comes. So we did see SFR clear out these rooms. And once they had cleared out the rooms, they were sort of walking along, and we were talking about 90% the tank could come. And all of a sudden he was behind them and smushing them. So they know he's going to come. They're going to get rid of the horde and just clear out everything.
Well, that's correct. It's at the moment we're sitting at 72% distance. The tank did come at, it was either 75 or 76. I didn't actually quite catch it precisely, I think the word would be. But anyway, Fitzu looks like he's the guy to sell. Here he comes right now at 73%. So interesting enough, I failed that much. And there is a hunter at the back, and he has failed, unfortunately. So the guys, another one coming in, and not enough damage done to hold him up. The guys are going back into the generator room. Easiest spot to fight off the tank. They've got plenty of mollies, plenty of everything to deal with him. Who have we got as the tank? It looks to be the Waskington.
And
so Sen for a Wask is the tank again.
And right now,
let's see if he gets himself on fire here, Chrisis.
I was about to say, all the guys in Vent have spread out and they're saying, okay, there's fire over here, don't go near it! So tank,
I think he's just actually deliberately passed himself. It's now Pines.
Yeah, alright, so it's moved on. Let's just see if we can get him on the cam. Again, there you go. He's coming up the stairs. He's going to have to go for broke, really, because he does not have much time, having to bash through all of those doors. There you go. Opens up the door to the event room and just waiting for his team to get ready to go in. Here they come. And he comes through. Well, they're going to hope to have him cornered. He gets a smack on one. He's on fire. The boomer comes in from behind, gets a triple. And a pipe has to go down. He's now, he's not focusing on just the one player. He's smacking down. He's got one player in cap. That is Fitzu is down. Mindu is in a world of hurt. He's now down as well. And the tank on fire, just going to guard those bodies while the rest of the team comes through to try and pick him up. Oh, and there he is taken down. So pretty good showing with the tank, but really not good enough in comparison to earlier on, Zombie.
No, definitely, that is correct here, Chrisis. It was great work by the Crayons. What I love seeing with the tanks is people throwing down the pipe bombs and getting that stun effect in on the tank. It really causes problems. And the smoker there, trying to pull one down, it was Chi, trying to pull Hayu down to the bottom of the generators. Unfortunately failed with that. Now these guys, they still got to take it quite cautiously through this area, because once again, area for big pounces is here. Boomer comes in, that was wise. They only picked up one. I think it was Mindu. If you can just clarify that with me, Chrisis, can you see him on cam there?
One moment, please, caller. It was Mindu. So he's getting defended by the rest of his team. And from the looks of things, Zombie, they are going to be jumping out of this window and down onto the plastic bags, that pile of rubbish outside. Oh no.
Well, as soon as you say that, Chrisis, they totally change their mind and go downstairs. Don't you say? I love when that happens, don't you?
Well, it just shows that the teams are they're bringing a lot more depth to the game than you would see anywhere else, because what they do is they let the other team think that they're going to be going in one direction, and it turns out to be a complete feint, and they go in a completely different direction. And of course the intention is to try and get the special infected to set themselves up for an attack over a particular area, and then to throw them off that attack. So here we go. We are back into the exterior and downstairs going through the alleyways. Let's see if we can find Sentient. Just pick him up on the Sentient cam as he gets a pile of lead in his backside. And Zombie, it is pretty much all over for this round. Crayons are going to get 4 players home.
That looks the way as Zoe goes in, Lewis, Francis and Bill, all 4 are in. So the guys, they have scored, wow, a 1-4-8-2 compared to Senforor's 1-0-3. So that's big points to be had.
400 points the difference now. Actually, it's around about... in fact it is just about 400 points in it. We had SFR ahead by a nose at the start of that first round. Hang on.
No, in total what we have got here is Crayons are on 2,398, so we'll call that 2,400 for now, and the Senforor guys are on 1,063, so it is about 2,000 points in it, because that was just great work by Crayons there.
All right, and a big shout out there from Hayu. This is quite interesting. It's so interesting hearing the different community viewpoints. The boys on the TF2 community yell at me for not having enough first person, and here we have the Left 4 Dead community asking for a bit more of the free roam, and of course that is so that they can see exactly where the infected are setting up. So a big shout out to all of our viewers and our listeners tonight here on GameStar TV. And if you need a server, you need to rent a server, you need to talk to the boys at OzGamers. They will hook you up. Alright, so let's get ourselves into that third person mode. There you go. And head on out and see if we can find some special infected. There's a shot for you. Oh, no, it's not a good one. That's not a good one either.
Anyway, while Chrisis is looking for a good angle, what I will let you guys know is in the CGI League, we are currently running a vote between the teams for our Week 8 map. Now, I cannot give you guys, the listeners out here tonight, a very specific details into what the map is going to be just yet. We haven't heard back from all teams, but what I will say, it is very close. Also, Week 9 is a big secret. Once again, can't let things go up, as the guys here, the Crayons, have just got the big readies. They're coming through. They're into the garage. Boomers come down. Bash, 2, 3. Oh no, the smokers come in. This is not going to be good. Bang, 19 damage. There it is. I called it. Pines has just gotten a huge pounce at the start of the match, but I think he was actually under the effect of the smoker's tongue. So what happens there? If the smoker's actually holding someone up, they don't actually get the pounce damage inflicted on them. Did you know that, Chrisis?
I did not. So it's kind of like a little bit of shock absorbing material for the player. That's convenient.
So as I said, always learning something new with this game.
Man, that was
very
by
close.
an inch. We had the G-cam going, and he went for a massive pounce. I was sure he was going to get it. In the meantime, Pines gets a 25, and that's incredible. Chi's going to go in again. No, he just pulls out, and he's up on the rooftop. So Boomer comes in, he gets a single, and Chi is just bouncing around. He's getting the maximum distance possible, and we're going to just keep him here on the Chi-cam. There he goes, and no, he doesn't get to pull that one off. So he's got to change over. Let's just see where the rest of his team are. We've got another hunter on the top of the building there. Let's see who that is. And in the meantime, Zombie, we have...
Waskington.
In the meantime, we've got Crayons back in the spawn room.
Probably just filling up on ammo, probably just getting a bit of a regather because they probably weren't expecting those big pounces, 19s, 25s, the smokes and everything. The guys have made it through to the burger tank, the pizza parlor, whatever it is you want to call it. Now I'm following White's here myself. Now unfortunately I've actually forgotten to record a demo, but as we were saying before, Crisis, not really needed with the GTV cast. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see. I think the guys have gotten themselves a 3 hunter, 1 smoker kind of combo. Who knows, quad cap could be coming up. We love seeing that.
Oh, we do indeed. And mixing it up just a little bit, instead of coming from the expected rooftops, we're going to see the 3 hunters appearing from behind the big truck. So here we go. And they're in. So they're going along the ground. It's low down. We've got a hunter. Oh, missed pounce. Smoker had one, and the hunter came and knocked him off. And we are back into... just clearing that up. So that was a good plan, I guess, from Sent for Raw. Just a little bit lacking in the execution. And there goes the petrol station Zombie. But mixing it up there, Sent for Raw.
Yeah, definitely. It was good to see that the guys went for it. In that type of situation, in a very open area, the quad caps, in my experience, are very hard to pull off. The hunters, I think there was a bit of a miscommunication because, as you would have seen on the GTV cam there, one of the hunters actually picked up the smoker's prey. Very unlucky. The guys are now up in the little ammo room, I guess you could call it, who knows. But anyway, there is the smoker in the standard back area, trying to pull one back down over that, the truck. Obviously the Crayon guys at the moment can hear that. I'm going to assume that the guys are going to go start off the event and make a run back for that spot. It is the safest. You're also not corner camping in there. They're just going to be careful of that smoke, pulling them up over the back, because really... it really sets them back half of, like not a half, but it really sets them back a good distance of the map.
Well, to be fair, distance really doesn't matter because they would just head on round. They've got all the time in the world and plenty of ammo, I guess. Oh, although they might be short on the ammo stakes. Double, triple, quadruple boom. So we've got a bath bag on, and the smoker grabs one player out, and she is now isolated. That is Mishu, and taking damage from the horde. In fact, all of the horde that came through for those 4 players has actually focused on Mishu. And there you go. She's into the red there from that pipe bomb goes down and distracts the rest of the horde away. So that was a great move there from Sent for Raw, Zombie.
Oh, it was spectacular. That first hunter was really what set it up, because it gave Boomer enough room to set up and get his spew on. And then there's obviously the smoker coming out, just all the horde attracting to Meshu. Not good for him. Luckily though, they've got 3 sets of pills. Not all of them have pills just yet, but a lot of this map's still to go. Now the Sent for Raw guys are still pushing in for attacks throughout this crescendo. 2 hordes I think spawn, but what we can see here is once the guys exit that area, there is plenty of areas for big 25 damages. I love seeing this area because you've got the water tower, you've got the roofs, you've got everywhere. If you guys have ever seen B-Rad play on this map, or even Vector, our man from CBC, what he'll do is he'll spawn over the very far roof and do a couple of wall pounces and get himself in there. If you haven't seen either of those 2 videos, either by Vector or by B-Rad, check them out. They are on the CG forums. Just have a bit of a search, you'll find them, you'll be amazed. Trust me on that one.
Now there's got to be a lot of talk going on in the Sent for Raw event because they are moving around like crazy. They can't seem to find a place to settle, a little bit like a dog with fleas, and moving around all over the show. There you go, the event is over, and Crayons moving on out now, and we're going to see some of those pounces that you were talking about, Zombie, and hopefully some really big ones.
Well, here they come in. 1 for 14. Beautiful. Here comes the second one. They've missed. They've been punted away. Oh, and the Smoker has grabbed one down back towards the trains, if you can see in their Crisis. But it looks like the attack is all but over now. All 4 dead. Decent damage in there. Nothing too substantial, though. With 2 of the Crayons guys still in running speed. And, whoa, I'm loving it tonight. I've just heard my little girl come back in again for another show of her beautifully ugly face. That's it, we can fly ahead and find out where she is. Oh, unfortunately, it is an avoidable spot here, Crisis. I won't give it away too far just yet, but not a great spot for her. The guys have just found her. Going in for the crown, but it's been boomed, and beautiful crown by Mindu. Even whilst boomed, got a beautiful crown in with the pump shotgun. Hunters are coming. It is chaos in here. Have you been catching this, Crisis?
Oh, of course we have here on GameStar TV. Smoker comes in and tries to get a little bit of a pull, but is that a tank I hear?
No.
Really? I was sure I heard a tank.
No tank. Man, you've been popping those pills as well, haven't you? Which one was it? I reckon it was Hayu that's been passing them under the table. I've got suspicions about that bloke.
Oh, and great work there with the boomer from Hayu. He bats him twice and then backs away, pops him with his Uzi. And once again, loads and loads of bottles of pills all over the place. We have players pilled up to their eyeballs and carrying more packets of pills on their belts. So accessorize is the season. And I'll think I'll not do that again, Zombie. Might give guys the wrong idea.
That sounded very, very straight. That was just great, man.
Alright, so of course because that Smoker they went for that quad cap on the, what is that sort of pedestrian lift thingy, whatever it is. And the Smoker wasn't there to hold them back as they got into this area. So it's been pretty plain sailing for Crayons. And as I say that, we've got the Boomer coming in, and we have a Hunter come in, a Smoker come in again. And, well, all dealt with in pretty short order. But I will say, Zombie, that Crayons are looking a little bit the worse for the wear, with 2 players on pills and 2 players near to yellow.
Well, this is the thing right now for Crayons. They've gone through 60% of the map now, and no tier 2 weapons. These guys, they can't have that much ammo left in their guns. As I can see, quite a few of them now are just sticking to their dual pistols, getting rid of zombies that way. Now this is the dangerous area. This is the manhole drop. This is going to be big. What can you see of it? One's gone down. That is the Boomer, and the Horde is coming in. We've got a couple of Hunters out there ready to pounce in, but the Flame has gone down. If they want to do it, if they want to drop, now would be the time, I would suggest.
Yeah, you might just find that what they want to do is try and bait the other team into spawning. And now do we have a tank, because they're running back. Where are they running to? Oh, no, they're just going a different route. They're just dropping down through the...
They've done the old switcheroo on us again.
Yeah. Good move there. They're into the sewers and forcing the Hunters to pounce about and really not land anything. Weisk is the last man, the last infected to be killed. And, well, it's pretty dark in here, guys, so I'm going to go to first person, I think. Got the Mishu cam now. Just clearing out the Horde.
And I'll just make a little bit of an announcement here that with Sevo, there is still one little nuance, I think would be the word, little bug in it, that it can't actually get rid of every single med kit in the game. The one that is still remaining is the one right at the end of the map in the ambulance. Now for CGI League, we've got to try and make sure that teams don't use that. It is off limits. I've just put a little reminder into the chat so the guys know not to use that one. So sorry to interrupt you there, Crisis, but I thought it might be just a good little thing to get that.
We have a tank
into the community. Oh, here he is. Where did he come from?
Oh, he just appeared around the corner there. It seems to be the way that the tank works. We didn't really hear him or anything like that. Smoker's got one, and let's just see if we can pick up the tank on the GameStar TV cam. There you go. It is Pines. So we've got the Pines cam on. He's got 3 players ahead of him. He's going to be going in for 2 of them are red. He's on fire now. So he's focusing on, there you go. He's got 2 players down. And he's just hanging around at the moment, going in for a third. He's got 3, or does he have 3 players down? Yes, he's got 3 players down, just 1 man standing, and there you go. It is pretty much all over because the Smoker has got him now, and that is a good showing there from Sen for All.
Now I'm waiting for Pines to do my absolute favourite thing. There he is, he's just killed his teammates. I love seeing that. When the tank is the only one left, when all the guys, are encapped on one team, and the tank is up, he just runs around, starts batting the hell out of his teammates, killing off the hunter, killing off the smoker, killing off the hunter as well. Great work, Pines. Loving your style.
Well, Crayons not able to finish that round, all 4 down from the tank. And that was a score of, I think they made 103 points off of that. So they're still quite substantially in the lead because they managed to do exactly what happened to them in the previous round. And
well, interestingly enough, that's actually what SFR scored last map. Now, SFR have just done the greatest little thing I've ever seen. They've actually got 4 individual sprays, which actually make up one big, huge spray. So if you can see that at the moment, Chrisis on GTV cam, head into the safe room and have a look what they've done.
yeah, I had the Pines cam on still, and he put in the mouth, I think. So that was pretty cool. It is a fantastic spray. Big ups to Send for Raw. Now they are going to have to, well, what they're going to want to do here is get all 4 men home. And, oh, shoot. Oh. There you go. Sorry, a bit of a noob moment there. We're going to have nobody up top. We're going to have a low-down attack, and there you go. In come the Hunters. We've got 2 pouncers down. We've got, well, one of them got battered off, but he is back up, gets another pounce on. But a little bit of mixing it up there from Crayons as the infected. And not really much to give Send for Raw pause for thought. They just deal with it nice and quickly. Zombie.
Well, interestingly enough there, I think they actually spawned at the start of the map with 1 hunter, 3 hunters, 1 smoker. Now, it is a bug. I don't know what causes it, but I think I might have actually figured out something there, because when SFR just finished that round, I think they actually had an AI boomer who did nothing and was just alive, sitting down to one of the pipes, the corridors somewhere. So, I don't know, maybe I've just figured something out from seeing that. But anyway, the SFR guys, as survivors, are now in the burger tank, the pizza parlor, whatever you want to call it, waiting to see what the guys from Crayons can do. Who knows, we could see some big pouncers coming up here just to make up for what they didn't do in that start area, Chrisis.
Yeah, we've got a boomer and 3 hunters, and you can see them on the GTV cam. They are setting up high up on the roofs. Let's just see if we can get one of them on the cam. We've got Hayu on the cam. They are going to be going in for some huge pouncers. Waits for the boomer to come in. The boomer goes onto, gets spew onto one. We've got 3 hunters coming down for the pounce. One of them lands. It's all a little bit sequential, but finally one of them gets another landing, and well, that didn't really work as according to plan, Zombie.
No, very unlucky by Crayons. I thought they could have got at least 1 in there, but unfortunately all 3 missing the big damage pouncers. They'll probably be a little bit disappointed in themselves from that. Yeah, as I said, it's a really easy area to get the big damage pouncers there, and the points just go flying, Chrisis.
Alright, we're into the event room. It's not really a room. Courtyard, petrol station.
Area, maybe.
Yeah. And the event has been set off. So here we go. We've got, we've got another pounce come in. It was a miss though, so he had to do the little half volley and jump off the ground again and get the 1 damage. In fact, possibly a no damage. Smoker gets a pull. It's a little bit of a hiccup, but the smoker is not dead as the event horde comes through. And, well, gets dealt with without any real problem there, Zombie.
No, that's right. These guys have gotten there nice and easy, unlike the Crayons did. There wasn't a lot of boomer or hunter smoker action to get actually into that room. But anyway, what I can see is the Wask himself has thrown out a pipe bomb just to give themselves a bit of a breather, because they do realise they have to fight this tank without tier 2 weapons, so they're probably just trying to conserve their ammo as best as they can at the moment. As the boomer comes in, how many did he pick up? He picked up only the 1, which by the looks of things was sentient, and the hunters come in, but not enough damage coming in, just as if, yeah.
Good little combo again there. The boomer came in, got a single. We had 2 hunters come through, a smoker right at the death there. But again, very sequential. And, well, you can't really blame them. It's very difficult to attack through these windows. And I have to say that when I'm playing Infected on the pubs, I generally just avoid it. I don't even bother trying to attack. I rather set myself up and have a little camp on the roof and go for the big pounce when they come out.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's what the Crayons boys are going to start to look at doing now, because they don't have very long until this crescendo is over, and the guys are all just starting to spawn now. We have seen 1 spawn, which is Hayu as our hunter. He's getting himself ready for a big pounce. This is going to be great. If you can catch him in first person, let's see what he can do here, Crisis.
Yeah, I've got the Hayu cam on right now. He's in the crouch and he's ready for those players to stick their noses out of the window. And it's going to be interesting. I think he's going to bounce off a wall and use that to springboard down. There you go. He gets a bit of height. Oh, he went too soon. Blew his load just a little bit too soon. So he's having to pounce all the way away and get himself out of harm's way. But that'll get sent for raw thinking, won't it, Zombie?
Oh, for sure. They're going to be very cautious now because they know that one hunter's up and around bouncing. Here he comes in again. No, he's just stopped at the last second. They're going to wait for the ladder maybe. Who knows? But anyway, Hayu's still pouncing around, still waiting to see what their SFR, how they're going to approach this ladder, because it is a very dangerous area. A lot of damage to be had. We've got a boomer in a very interesting position up here. Up on a vent. 1, 2, 3 are up. And now 4. Big pounce by Mindu coming in for 15 damage. And here comes Hayu off the wall, and bang, 13 on white.
Yeah, that was a great little 13 there, springboarded off the wall. Fantastic work. They're getting the most that he could out of there. And, well, I guess they were just saying, well, we'll just go in and get a couple of individual damages there because there was no attempt to add coordination there at all. And is that a player healing up?
Well, possibly. I mean, because what we'll see here is Weiss and Sentient, once again, are the guys who have taken a lot of damage. Now, the guys just being careful, cautious, dropping down this hole. Now, they've got to be wary of that, which... possible to go around her. Well, no, she has moved position. What is with that? Good game, Valve. The hunter, the smoker, sorry, was set up ready for it. The guys saw it and just popped their heads back around the corner. And oh no, he's got caught on the corner. Witch is getting up. Get around that corner, boys. Here she comes. She's angry. Who's she going for? She is got Francis in the form of Pines. Oh, hell is broken out loose here, Crisis. What can you see?
Oh, she's just tearing Francis's heart out. It's just, it's shocking to see a woman want a man.
Look at his health. It is on nothing.
Yeah, he's just managed to get up just by the skin of his teeth. We have a 3-man boomer in the meantime that has covered players in goop, and there you go, it finally fades away. But that was a great use of the witch there by the Crayons. And you're right, man, she was on the top of the stairs instead of down. Defib for Pines, please, says Mishu. And yeah, he must have thought he was at the death there, fading to black, but managing to get out just in time.
Well, I would have loved to see exactly how much health he had, because from our spectator view, he didn't have he had no bars. There was nothing there. It was like a man going skinny dipping in the winter. Nothing there. Nothing was happening at all, Crisis.
Well, get out of jail free for him then. He's not healing though. He's filling up with the pills. So he's pilled up to the eyeballs and looking quite the healthy one. But we all know that it is a false health. Drugs are bad, okay? And here we go. They're going to stick their heads out into the warehouse. Let's just see if we can pick somebody up. We got hunters coming in. Oh, they went for Pines. And in fact, that was Mishu. And he missed his target. But that was enough again for the boomer to come in. And this is something we see time and time again, Zombie. We have, whatever happens with the hunters, they cause enough of a distraction for the boomer to come in and get a double or a triple.
Yeah, that is a great way to play Left 4 Dead. A lot of people often argue that it should go smoker, boomer, hunters. A lot of people argue it should go hunters, smoker, boomer. There's no set definitive way that you should play Left 4 Dead. Whatever suits your style is the way that you should play. Whatever you're comfortable with is the way that you should play. Now the guys here for SFR, they're making their way down the stairs into that little sewerage top room. Dangerous area because once again you can have that smoker pulling people back once they try and drop down the manholes, and then of course we have the tank in the sewers, which is going to be all hell because, as I said before, only tier 1 weapons, and not a lot of health to be had for the SFR guys. All of them I'd say would be under half health. Would you say that too, Crisis?
Oh, very much so. And Pines, of course, living on borrowed time there. He only has pilled health and it's bleeding out. So there you go. He pops another pill. And I'm actually a little surprised. Well, that's just showing their balls, I guess, because I must say I would have healed up at this stage. Knowing that the tank is on its way, I wouldn't want to be depending on pill health to survive through it. So here we go. They send out a pipe bomb, drop down straight away. And that's enough to get them down safely and get into the sewer, Zombie.
that really shows SFR's experience, because what they did there is the pipe bomb out there would actually stop, or would actually knock off, I think would be the best word, knock off the smoker, which would give the person a free ride down into the hole. But anyway, I cannot see the tank up as of yet, and I thought it would have came by now because I'm pretty sure it was at 73-74%. But anyway, any second now, Chrisis. Oh, he had spawned. Here he is. He's coming in.
And we got one of the players pounced, and well pounced, as the tank comes in. Let's see if we can get him on the cam. Smoker comes through, and whoa, it gets... sorry, I'm just going to move around. Smoker gets the hurt down on one of the players. Who was that? Pines, I think. And Pines will be in the black and white when he comes back, I think. So now following Mindu, who is the tank. He's just using the tunnels for cover at the moment, and he will stay nice and close to Pines' body because he does not want Pines to be revived. Great rock throw there, Zombie, knocking one of the players down.
Mate, we should hire him for Australian cricket team, for a spin bowler. I do not know how that hit from around the corner. As Mindu is also putting the hurt down on Weisk at the moment. He hasn't got long before he gets in capped as a smoker drag one out the back, but has been killed now. And now the guys are in trouble. Bill, who's that? We have Chi. He's almost down. Now these guys literally have no health. Weisk probably 15. Chi around the same. Sentient probably the best off with 40. All temp health as pills are being passed around as another punch goes in, but Mindu has missed. Got away for his team just to spawn up. I don't think he would have a lot of health. But anyway, here comes the team now. They're all in ghost mode, all ready to spawn. Let's see what happens, Chrisis.
Now the Boomer's trying to get into a position where he can spawn, but I think he's going to be too close to the humans. Oh, there you go. He comes through. He gets the Boom on. He's been shot down. The player, Pines, who is down at the moment, has been boomed on. Look at the health of Weisk. He's on 0 health. So you just have to blow a kiss at him, and he will be down.
Pines is gone.
So that's
Pines is out of this match. He's out of this map. Sorry, guys. But anyway, looks like oh, here comes the rock, and it has hit. Oh no, it's Weisk. Weisk is down now as well, but he's trying to get a quick revive. Not the case. The smoker pulling him down. Now I think the control of the tank has been passed. It is now Fitzu here, Chrisis. What can you see?
Oh, the tank is down. Tank is down. But is it too little too late? A 10 damage pounce goes down. We do have 2 players still up. It is Sentient and Chi. They clear out the hunter. They clear out the smoker. They get their player up. There is an extra health pack lying on the ground. What are the rules, Zombie? Are they allowed to pick up that health pack?
Of course they are. That is a health pack that has come from the original start of the map. So as we'll see, Weisk has healed up, but they're going to try and get Sentient through. No, Sentient is also going to heal up, but they're going to keep Chi on pills throughout the rest of the map, would be my guess here, Chrisis. It's going to be very, very hard for them to get up this next next ladder coming up, because it's hard enough to do with 4 people, let alone 3, with Pines, as I was saying before, has been killed here on map 3, the sewers.
Now they've got to get up this ladder, and this is usually where, I mean, teams just die here, or regardless of whether they are 3 or 4. You know, they come through here with 4. We get a couple of hunters pouncing down onto the top of the ladder and getting a 25 pounce, and then getting the top damage as they fall to the bottom of the ladder. So this is going to be really tough, and this will show us what Sen for Raw are made of. They've gotten past the tank, but is it going to be enough for them to finish over here?
Well, that's the thing. The guys have no mollies, no pipe bombs. They've got nothing. They've got hardly any health. They've got a boomer up top. They've got a smoker up top. They've got 2 hunters up top. And guess what? They've also got a complimentary horde coming at them. They're also starting to file down the hole at the moment. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what they do here, because who is it? We've got Chi is only on very, very low temp health, and it's just dwindling away because they do not have any more pills at all for him to kind of ride himself to the safe room on. But anyway, as saying that, the guys are well aware of the task that is ahead of them, and if I was them, I'd be crapping myself at the moment. What do you do in this situation? It's just, you have to be very lucky. What would you do, Chrisis?
Well, for
I'd pack my bags and run back to the safe room.
For a start, well, they might actually be sacrificing Chi, But for a start, I'd actually get him to heal up because he's just about bled all the way out of his pills health. There you go, they come through. We've got 1, 2 players. Oh, the hunter comes in. Does he get a third bounce? No, they don't get the team down. We've got 1 player still up in the form of Chi, and he's going to be trying to clear away this horde. He can't. Another player down. That is Weiss up top. He got smoked. Sentient up top got smoked, and the horde gathers around and has a bit of dinner there. Sentient is dead. So now we've got Weiss and Chi as the last 2 standing. And are they going to get to the top of this ladder and actually get out? I don't think so, Zombie. It's going to be too tough for them.
No, because now they've just got to do that all again, and it's just not going to look good. And here it is, Boomer has gone in again. Bang, they've got hunters, they've got smokers up there waiting for them. Come on, guys, we know what's going to happen. Let's not stall it up too much longer.
Well, you never know. Of course, the longer they wait, the more time they give the infected to respawn. And in fact, I think, there you go. We've got 2 hunters and a smoker, and Mindu will spawn in just a few seconds. And then it will be 4 versus 2. And, well, at the best of times, they would be able to do that. There you go. We've got 4 versus 2 now. It's a Boomer. He's spawned. And there you go, Chi has healed up, Weiss has healed up. They're coming up the ladder. Oh man, the smoker gets a pull. And there you go, it's all over Rover Zombie as the smoker-hunter combo lands.
Definitely great work by the Crayons there. There's not a lot that SFR can do. They have managed to beat the score of Crayons only by about 16 points. 103 to Crayons, 119 to SFR. We'll bring you up to date with the scores overall in just 2 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen, once they are delivered for us, because we both suck at maths here.
There you go, 2501 to 1182. So Crayons still in
And
the
that
lead
would be
after
in
that.
favour of Crayons, yes. Yes, that is right. In favour of Crayons, 2,501 place, 1182. We are onto the interior of the hospital now. Still, anyone's game. Anything at all can happen, because these 2 maps here, teams can score, I think, a maximum of 1,800, I think, on this map. Maybe a bit more, maybe 2,000, and 2,500 on the next map. So, wide open still, Crisis.
Yeah, really, the only difference between these 2 teams is that Crayons were able to get past the tank on map 2, whereas SFR got a face full of fist and were not able to get past. Oh, shoot. Really?
That's okay. I'm sure they're not going to baptise you for that.
There you go, so I've read it up. I get the Slow Bob Award tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the first time that it'll happen. And I said I wasn't going to apologise again, so I'm not going to. Did it on purpose.
Classy work.
Hey, does Cybergamer have rules against swearing or anything like that? Am I allowed to swear?
Not that I'm aware of. But, I don't know, maybe we'll just keep it to a minimum until we find out for sure.
Keep it clean.
Anyway, the guys have opened the door. It is SFR playing as Survivors First on map 4. The hunters are going crazy here for Crayons, but nothing has landed. Only a little bit of damage coming onto Sentient as the smoker goes in for... Oh, here he goes! Bath bag! Beautiful by Nashu. Picked up all 4, and here comes the horde. Now, once again, Sentient's the only one who's taken a little bit of damage here. Now, the guys have managed to get up to that first set of stairs right now, and I reckon it's going to be pretty smooth sailing for them, Crisis, up until about the event. Unless, of course, we see a tank or my girlfriend.
Well, we know.
And I can hear her already. Would this bitch leave me alone? Seriously. Oh, they're about to run into a... Bang, bang, bang. There he goes. Pines crowns the hell out of her.
Oh, man, I didn't even see that. They just moved so quickly. And really, I am constantly amazed at how well these teams... how they just see the witch and they go, oh, well, it's just another infected, and take her out. Of course, in all of the pubs, there's always this huge discussion between the 4 humans. Oh, should we take her? Who can crown? Who can't? Who's got a shotty? Who doesn't? But these teams don't miss a beat at all. It is competitive gaming at the highest level here on the Cybergamer Invite League. SFR as the humans right now. And we have the makings of a quad cap, Zombie.
Oh, it could be dangerous. This is a great area for it because what can happen is 1, 2, 3 hunters goes in, and then the smoker from behind pulls the last one back. It is a move that's very practiced by a lot of teams, and anything here can happen, Chrisis. It's going to be nuts.
Well, they're setting up now. Oh, let's just see if we can find. There you go. I've got the hunters on the cam. We've got Mindu cam going. He is a hunter. He's setting up. There are another 2 hunters and a smoker. And look at this. Oh, it's so tempting. Here we have. All right, here they
One's
come.
on, 2's on. No, they've missed it. Oh, very close. I've got to say, great work by Crayons there. They almost got it down pat. Maybe one went down a little bit too early. But quad caps, they're so hard to pull off. But when you do get them, they're great. Now, the SFR guys, as I was saying, not a lot of trouble until they get to the crescendo event, the elevator. All in green health, all sitting above 80 health, I would suggest. However, one problem, no Molotovs of yet. We know the tank is going to come, and now we can tell that he's going to come up the top. Very dangerous area for him, because obviously they can get knocked off the side of the building. Wouldn't we love to see that, Chrisis?
Oh, we would love to see that. Boomer comes in for a quick how's your father. He's getting bashed around. He hasn't been able to spew. There you go. He finally gets a spew in as the hunters come in and do their distracting work. And, well, that was Fitzu getting shot out of the sky. As little air as there was here in the corridors. So difficult to follow the action. But the event is on. And Send for Raw going all the way down the passage, Zombie, and watching the horde come down from the elevator.
Yeah, it's definitely commonplace for this crescendo. There's only a couple of areas to watch out for. You've obviously got the left wall and the front, but there's obviously a lot of breakable walls in that left room, which means hunters, smokers can spawn in there, and also boomers can get quite a few little sneaky things. Weisk has got the job of guard of that room, blocking the boomer spawn, which is very good work by him, and who knows, I reckon we could see a little bit of damage as the guys try and run for that elevator here tonight, Chrisis.
Yes, second wave of infected come through. It is now the boomer getting a triple. The smoker comes in. One hunter gets battered away. I don't know where the other one is. Smoker gets another pull on, but he is quickly dealt with. And I guess Crayons will be saying, well, that was a bit of a fail horde, Zombie.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think what actually happened there was the zombies just ran straight into the bullets rather than anything else. But anyway, looks like White's got a little bit left behind, but he's now with the Chrisis. The guys are just making it into the elevator, and we'll see Chi had a bit of a laugh there at White, which is always great to see. Now here we go, heading up the elevator, and tank still to come. Let's see what happens.
What if just your beard starts to turn? Can I shoot that?
Little bit of a breather for our survivors as they hang about and talk to each other as the movie plays itself out here on the Cybergamer Left 4 Dead Invite League, brought to you by OzGamers for GTV and of course GameStar. Get some!
Now, while we've got a little bit of a lull here, I've got to make a quick shout out for the Crayons boys to GameStar Depths. They're quite angry that he's not here tonight casting his own team, and as the elevator doors open, the tank has spawned. Now the guys have noticed this, the SFR guys, and they're running into that right room on the right hand side there, just trying to get a good area to set up. Now Boomer's come in and he has picked up all 4, massive bath bag. The Molotov has gone down, but the tank, great work, has dodged it. Who have we got as the tank? It is Meshu. Awesome work to you, mate.
Yeah, very good reactions there from Mishu. He's just waiting for that Molotov to go down. Well, he's found himself a toy, and he's batting it around. It looks like a little bit of a generator, but he's having to pull back now. There is another Molotov in hand for Team SFR, and in fact, there you go. They've got some more fire in the form of a petrol can. He's just going to try and bait them to set it on fire, just to get the shots. Hiding away, he's got to come in now. I think he's going to start losing his, great timing, but he gets in there, loses control just as he misses a shot on the tank, on one of the players. And there you go. Who do we have as the tank now, Zombie?
Mindu. And Mindu has actually encapped Chi. He is on fire. He's taken a world of hurt from these auto shotties. The SFR guys are going to be careful not to get too close to that thing as the tank just goes down, so forget about that. Now all the guys have got decent health except of course for Chi, who has been in-capped. no pills, so they are going to struggle. It's going to be interesting to see if they do heal up or if they do just continue to fight it out with the temporary health there for Chen. Now, it could go either way here, Crisis. I mean, a good boom right here can send 3 people off the edge if you're really smart about it.
Oh, and the smoker comes in for that cheeky tongue right at the edge of the building. He gets dealt with quite easily. Boomer gets a triple. We're going to have a hunter come in. He's getting a lead shot in the backside. Another hunter comes from the other direction. Oh man, these Send for Raw players have really kicked it up a notch because they are dealing with everything that comes towards them now, rushing along. In fact, was that a cheeky little jump across the gap there that we saw?
Was sentient. Great work. That was very cheeky. There's a little bit of a corner, ladies and gentlemen, and guess what? Sentient goes, I'm going to defy gravity. I don't care. I'm going to give it a try. Bang, over the corner he goes. The smoker comes in, pulls one from behind, but Sentient's going to chase him. No, he's not. He's going to say, nah, I'm not interested in you, and for that he gets caught himself. That was great work by Fitzu there. And Boomer's come in, picked up 2. Here comes the Horde. Maybe too little, too late, as the guys are heading into the safe room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doors closed. Beautiful work. Oh no! They've just hit an in-capped. Oh, that's Crisis. They've in-capped Chi just as the doors closed, but too late. Doesn't matter. They've still got the 4 times multiplier, and they have scored 1,404 here. That was awesome. Great work.
Oh, all class here on GameStar TV. That was Sentient. Was it Sentient who did it? It was fantastic.
I think it was. Yes, it was.
Oh, great work. So I don't have to ready up now. No, I just have to spectate. There you go. Now, that was a very good round. 1,400 off it. Just over 1,400 off it for Send for Raw. And they are keeping themselves in contention. Crayons do know where the tank is going to be coming from, right at the top there after the event, outside of the elevator, so they can pick and choose their tactics for this first round of the map. And, well, we'll see.
Yeah, that is correct. I mean, the guys here, with 1,404 scored, that puts them pretty much on par with Crayons' current score. Coming into this match, the scores were, ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined us or had missed them, Crayons on 2,501, SFR on 1,182. So we've got to make a bit of a shout out here from Meshu to Clay about his new motorbike. So congratulations there, Clay, for getting a new motorbike. I'm pretty sure Clay is one of the Crayons players as we get the readies up and maybe play underway here, Crisis.
And just before the play gets underway, I've got to shout out myself to Jason 10's mom, who apparently is a hot internet mom.
I see. We've got actually a couple of those in Left 4 Dead. We've also got Jay Ryan. Apparently he's got the MILF of Left 4 Dead, I've been told.
Well, here we go. Corridors bouncing off the walls. Sorry I didn't get those first persons for you. If you're watching GameStar TV, that was great. Took me by surprise and did not take Crayons by surprise. I think we have one person who lost 1 health, and that will be from a little bit of buckshot in the backside from one of his teammates. Sound of the witch there.
The guys are going for the rush here on the Crown. And... Ball, that was very close. They almost failed it, but she is dead. She is down. It was the Meshu who got her then. Great work to him. And the guys now just going to have a bit of a search around. Look for mollies, look for pipes, look for all that kind of crap. And as I say that, they have found one pipe and 1 set of pills. Now the guys at the moment are a little bit scrambled. Could prove dangerous, but I'll probably put money on the guys from SFR trying to set up a quad cap, similar to what Crayons did before Crisis. Who knows, they might pick it up. Oh, I can hear a boomer spawn, and bang, nothing.
Bit of a fail boom. In fact, he fell off the ledge and had to climb up the pipe again. But in the end, there enough of that's I can hardly even say there was a combo there at all. Smoker pulled someone down. A couple of hunters came in, and a smidgen of health taken off a couple of the Crayons players. Hayu still at 100%.
Yeah, that's great work by him, I've got to say here. The guys overall are at 197 health bonus, which is really, it's great to see. I mean, obviously we've still got a lot of the map to come up yet. We're at about 1/3 of the way. The guys are just going through that little admin desk there in the hospital. Anyway, on, I think it's floor 4 we're on at the moment. They're just having another check of the room, looking for mollies. They've managed to pick one up, so we've got one pipe bomb, one Molotov, and one set of pain pills here. They're going to be fairly well prepared for that tank, I would imagine. As a hunter spawns, it was White a bit too early there. The guys just ran around the corner straight into him and said, "Hey, I've got an auto shotgun for you." Bang! Good night.
All pretty uneventful up here. I think that SFR are going to just wait for the event to start. Boomer's in the traditional spot, so he's going to drop out of the roof. There you go. Oh, we've got one player that's been separated away, knocked back by the Boomer over there, gets picked up by the Smoker, but good moves there by the Crayons players, coming forward and protecting our lady Zoe, played by Mishu at the moment. And in fact, they haven't even set off the crescendo, so there was a little bit of a hiccup. They have to go back, set off the crescendo, and head on back down the corridor, which really is turning into the favoured spot these days, Zombie, for defending this event.
Well, definitely, with that corner bed kind of eliminated, it really really lowers the areas for guys to survive. Now, this is the preferred spot from a lot of teams. And as we'll see here, Mesh is in the spot that Weisk had before, and we'll see in chat that Sentient is saying, "Are you guys cool enough to incap someone in the safe room with the gas can?" The Crayons are up to the challenge. If they can find a gas can, they said they're going to do it. And now Sentient's coming out with the "do it" baggots. Anyway, second horde's coming in before the elevator arrives, and the Hunter Pouncers have come in 1-2, and the Smoker dragged Meshu out the back, and not a huge amount of damage done. The health bonus still sitting in the 190 area, on 194 at the moment, and the guy's probably going to have a nice easy walk into the elevator with all 3 of the SFR guys dead and 1 in spawning mode. As Meshu, bit of trouble getting over. Oh, beautiful Boomer, 1, 2, 3. The guy's going to have a little bit of trouble getting into that. Oh no, Meshu's been covered now as well. Not good for him. They're in there it is. And up they go now. What do you think of that last little attack there by SFR? Crisis.
Well, there's so little room in those corridors to move around. If you are infected, you've got to bounce off those walls like the best of them. And I've got to say that so far the round looks like it belongs to Crayons. They're looking very, very slick. They just seem to breeze through that event as they head up now in the elevator. The proof will be in the pudding. And the pudding tonight that has been served is the tank. And he's going to be outside that elevator and wanting to bat some people off. I really want to see somebody knocked off the building there, Zombie.
Well, if not this map, we've also got the finale, which is a great area for it to happen. Now, the Smokers tried to pull one out early, which isn't the case. Now, a bit of fire has come down, probably a misfire from a gas can, my bet would be. So that's not good for Crayons, because if they miss with their Molotov, which it looks like they have, they are going to be in a lot of trouble now. They've got no fire to assist in taking down this tank, but they do, of course, have those auto shotguns, which just go bang, 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 and just slow everything down. And I cannot believe it, saying that, where the teams always fight off the tank, a Molotov is spawned on those little wire cable roll thingy-mabobbies. So who is it? We've got Mindu now with the second lucky Molotov spawn, I'll call it. And in form of the tank, we have...
Weiss.
It is...
Oh, it's just switched over to Sentient.
Weiss.
Just switched over to Sentient, so it is all up to the Sentient man. He's trying to get a forklift along, and there you go. Great control there. Oh, he knocks it right off the building, so he must have heard us talking. What is he waiting for? He's going to have to go through there, or he will lose. There you go. His players, the team comes through. They go in for the grab. He's going for the player that has the Molotov, but I think they blew up a propane can and he's been knocked back. Avoided the fire though, so he's going to go in. He gets a hand on one of the players. That's Fitzu who's been knocked. Now he's going for Mishu. Mishu's got a knock. He's going one by one to each of these players and gets a hand on just 3 of them, and he is now down. And well, Crayons looking very good. 3 players in the green.
And Weiss is already calling for the safe room in count. Now these guys have got massive health at the moment. 188 health bonus, even after the tank, even after the witch. And it's not going to look good for the SFR guys going into this finale. If they're going to be more than 2,000 points behind, they can pretty much kiss this game goodnight. But anyway, we'll still push on because we love Left 4 Dead. We especially love the rooftop finale coming up very soon. Boomer and Hunter have spawned. Bang, here comes the Boomer. He has picked up 1, 2, 3. Not quite the bath bag what everyone was hoping for, but still quite almost. Smoker spawned from behind and got taken down very quick as the Crayons now just getting rid of that horde that was spawned from the Boomer. Got a couple of Hunters getting set up and prepared. Chrisis, fly forward for me a bit and just have a look where they've set up. Here they come.
Oh, they're inside. Are they inside?
Yeah, now the game's not going to stop until they actually... Here they come! Swipe, swipe, swipe! And, oh, beautiful. They call them jerks. Oh, I love these two teams, mate. I love them.
Oh, there's a lot of love here tonight on the Left 4 Dead ladder. Cybergamer invite lead. Absolute class from these two teams. And the scores now are 2,586 to SFR, 4,229 to Crayons.
Game is still definitely not out of contention because if the Crayons score only 200, if SFR seem to stop them, they still got a possibility of getting 2,000 points to get up in the lead. Who knows? Could happen.
Yeah, so they're within, what, about 1,700 points?
Yep, that's right. That's 1,700 point difference at the moment. So, doable, yes.
For sure.
Likely, that's another story.
Oh, you were almost going to call it there. But, well, we don't want to put the Shoutcaster's curse on either of these teams. So 1,700 the points difference. If Crayons are unable to complete, they'll still get 200 points. So we're looking at a 1,900 points difference at the end of this round is the best case scenario that Send for Raw could be hoping for. And then it's really up to them to complete the match with a finish through the crescendo, getting 4 players home with 4 health packs, which is doable, as you've said.
Yes, but this is a very hard map. Now, I have had the chance to speak to Meshu throughout the week, and he has said that they've got some pretty sneaky things up their sleeve for this map. They've told me to keep an eye on them, especially himself and Hayu, for their side as infected. So, let's see, we could be in for a treat here, Chrisis.
So who am I watching? Hayu and...
Hayu and Meshu, when their turn on infected comes around, probably around about the ladder to the roof, I would say, would be the time to watch them.
Well, on the last match on No Mercy that we managed to get, it was again, I think it was a CGI match, in fact. Frey Envy was the team. We managed to see that beautiful combo that you can get together up on the roof, where the smoker pulls a player over to the edge, Hunter pounces across and knocks him off dead. And, well, maybe we'll see something similar, or maybe something even better as the players get out there. So, there you go. The courtesy ready-ups have gone through. We have Send for Raw spawning as infected. Those players are Pines, Chi, Weisk, and Sentient. And, of course, representing Crayons, who are the humans or the survivors going out, we have Mindu, Fitsu, Mishu, and Hayu.
Now we've got a bit of hold up and play because Santi just, slowing it down, just, having a leisurely dinner bite while he's halfway through playing a big game of Left 4 Dead. I mean, quite normal for everyone to do that, I'd say, Chrisis.
Having a Homer moment.
Must eat. Play a game later.
Drink beer. I've been nursing my corona along. I'm quite amazed that it's actually lasted all this way.
Oh, I think I've had nearly a full litre of water, so I can't wait for this one to be over, really. But anyway, the guys have left, and we've got a tank straight off the bat. Here he comes. Bang, bang, bang. These guys are just taking... They're just putting massive amounts of bullet into him. I don't know how he's not dead yet, really. Now, one of the guys is Fitsu and Meshu have taken a huge amount of pain as the tank is dead, and we have Bill... Oh, okay. Anyway, different. He was glitched there, but he is back with us now anyway. So In terms of that early tank, we have Meshu down to about 30 health, Fitsu about 50, Mindu about 75, and Hayu, the man himself, full health. What do you think of that tank? Not a lot you can do there, Crisis, but did alright, I reckon.
Yeah, I can't believe the reactions of these guys. In the time that it took me to cycle through the players and find the tank on the camera, he was dead. So I caught him just as he died. So, man, that's just amazing. Just shows you how powerful these T2 weapons are in the right hands. I know if the zombie apocalypse were to spawn upon us, I would want to head over to Aussie and hook up with our men Hayu, Mishu, Fitsu, and Mindu.
Now we see the SFR guys, they are going for that kind of... It's now the commonplace for the smoker to sit on that air vent. Now the guys are actually doing a little bit of wall bang. He's taking a little bit of damage. It'd be interesting to see what they do. That looks like they are going to throw a bit of a Molotov out to get him, but he's just running around. I'd suggest he's probably spawned a little bit too early because the guys can actually... The smoker on that vent can actually spawn very late. Now interestingly enough, the smoker's got him hanging there and they couldn't get rid of him. But anyway, he's free now. The guys coming up 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3 hunters have been pounced. The smoker's coming in, just coming in for a couple of scratches, and all 4 are dead. No, I think we got an AI hunter. There he goes. He's dead too. But anyway, the guys are just jumping down onto the helipad now, all safe from an unreachable in-cap. Heading into the event room now, Crisis. What do you think? Decent setup? That was pretty alright.
Yeah, I like that euphemism, unreachable in-cap. I mean, that was, somebody flying off the building and going splat.
But anyway, we picked up a 2-boomer here. The guys probably going to just easily sit in the corners here, just defend it off, bide their time a bit, just so they can get themselves, organised. Probably heal up Meshu, I'd say, because they do have the 4 health packs on top here of the event, which of course are perfectly legal. We do have some hunters and a smoker. Smoker is down, that was Pines, and one hunter has gone in. Weisk has put a bit of hurt down on Mindu, but nothing too extraordinary. Come on guys, let's get this finale off and going. I want to see a tank sending someone for 6, not 6, I want to see him going for 12. I want him off this planet here, Crisis.
Mishu has taken the opportunity to heal up. There are health packs lying on the ground, med packs there, or med kits, or whatever you want to call them. Little bonuses for the healthiness, and there you go, they set off the crescendo now, and interesting setup. We've got a 2-and-2 split, 2 players on the ammo and 2 players just across the pipes near where you often get Molotov spawning, but none tonight.
It's a dangerous setup because these guys are probably going to have to go back, and those pipes are a very notable area for having a smoker, drag one back down into that little generator there. Big damage to be had because hunters can then come in for 20s from that top roof and the areas thereabout for massive damage. And as I circle around, yes, we only have some pipe bombs on the very far left, and we do actually have some mollies in front of the MG, but the horde at the moment just coming in, not a lot of damage, not a lot of attack coming in from the special effective here though, Crisis.
Yeah, a bit of bad luck on the G-cam there. He was sort of hanging around getting himself ready, and somebody stuck their head over the edge and popped a cap in his head, and he went down without without an opportunity to do anything. There you go, Smoker dealt with in very short work. Right now, Crayons looking very, very cool, calm, and collected, and just working their way through this crescendo event without a worry.
Well, here comes the tank now. Fitsu had to heal up because he was below 40 health, so he was probably limping there. And the tank has spawned. He is running away. He's trying to make sure he doesn't get himself early on fire, which is always a pain. We have in control of the tank. It is... Oh, I was about to say, don't be wise. Luckily it isn't. It is Chi. Sitting back, throwing some rocks at the moment, waiting for his guys to just get in there and cause a bit of trouble. What I can see that SFR have done though is they actually haven't had a 4th player in attacking. They've kept the boomer in ghost mode ever since the Crayons guys have started the event. That's becoming a common thing to do because a boomer at the right time really helps everything along. Now the guys have missed with their Molotov, so Chi is running away trying to find a new area to attack from. You've got him on cam, I take it, of course. Crisis, what can you see happening?
Well, I just have him in third person at the moment because he is far away from the players. Just trying to get a couple of rock throws in there. Let's see if he can get a landing down. No, it gets shot out of the sky. He heads on up, and I think that control is going to be handed over pretty soon to another one of the players if it hasn't already.
It already has been to Wisk.
So let's just see if we can get Weiss on the cam. Yeah, there you go.
Here he's coming in now. He's running for it.
Oh, and he's on fire.
And he's on fire. Beautiful top. Beautiful Molotov there. He's going to have to run in and really attack them. It's not going to be good because they're all on green health, all able to easily outrun the tank. Now he's trying to chase. No, he's coming in. He's going to go down any second now. There it is. Great work by Crayons on taking out that tank. They're going to head back up, get their ammo and everything, and let's see what they can do for the second wave of attack here, Crisis. SFR, I reckon, something big next tank.
So that would have been one of those achievements. What's it? The Tank Buster achievement, because I don't think the tank did any damage to any of the players or any of the survivors.
You're right.
Yeah, so good work there from Crayons, all class, the number 2 clan on the CGI ladder. So really showing what they are made of. Dealing with 2 tanks now so far. Of course, there was that early tank right at the start of the map. And the second tank now as part of the crescendo. Here we go. We've got a hunter come in. 1, 2 hunters come in. And they are easily shot off because it was just the 2 of them. And Zombieee now...
I was going to say it was a great pounce by Weiss. Great pounce by Weiss. What he's done is he's bounced himself off 1, off 2 of the little huts around this area and ran it in. I know it's only a small damage, but the way that he did it, the execution of it was perfect. Anyway, we've got a smoker looking to go down into that area. No, maybe. No, he hasn't pulled him off. That could have been big damage there. But anyway, the second tank is going to be any second now. The guys actually have quite a few M16s fighting off these hordes, obviously changing to the auto shotguns when the tank comes along, which, as I said, any second now. Crisis, get him onto the big cam when he comes along. It's going to be any second now. Can you see him?
No, he hasn't spawned yet. So I've got Pines on cam at the moment. Pines cam in first person. He's a hunter. He's going to go in for a sneaky little pounce, I think. He's got a player in his sights. He's got a friend with him now. And they're going to do a little bit of zombie love in there. And there you go, coming through, just doing a little bit of a distraction. The tank has spawned, and that tank is going to be Weiss. So Weiss getting the lion's share of the tank at the moment. Pines comes in, gets himself a good little pounce there on Fitzu. But let's see if we can pick up the tank now, Zombie.
Yes, it is Weiss. He is throwing a beautiful rock, which has hit Hayu in the back of the head. How did that hit? I don't know. It was great. Now, big pounce comes in from Sentient. 9 damage, almost enough to get Hayu in cap. He's going to try and heal up. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get it? It looks like he is. He was only sitting on about probably 10 health there. But these guys... got to be very careful because SFR, they're not going to take this one fast. They're not going to rush this at all. Oh my god, he's done it again. Freaking hell. Wisk has a homing device set on that bald head of Hayu. It was great work by him. Now Hayu has now set up on the MG. He's just going to try and probably shoot a few of those rocks out of the air. Have you been catching these rocks just going through the air? It's been great.
Yeah, he's gotten a couple of fantastic throws in. And of course, a world of hurt going down on Hayu at one stage there. He got himself pounced and in fact into the red. So control has changed. Weiss has come back as a hunter. Let's just see who has the tank now. Our friend
It is
Pines.
Mr. Pines.
So he's doing more
Yes,
of the same.
indeedy. Now he's going to throw... Yeah, well that's the thing, these guys, they've just got to play it careful because obviously the AI tank could come into effect any second now, which is not going to be good for... from a rules perspective. Yeah, unfortunate, but what's going to happen here? Looks like he's coming in for a shift now. So, you know, still we could see one of those big pounces, sorry, not pounces, one of those big tank hits.
Oh, he was waiting for the chopper to come along, I guess. They were just buying time. And now there goes the chopper past.
He has gone AI.
Focusing on a player. Remember, they have to get all 4 down. There you go. That's one player. Hayu is not actually down. He's been hurt, but he is still up. Double boomer comes in. It's all here. It's all on, ladies and gentlemen. Who is that player that's in the red? Is he going to get himself into the chopper? Yes, he is. And there you go. The tank is out. The chopper is down. Molotov gets thrown down, and Crayons, I believe, have done enough to take this match, Zombie.
they do have, and I am getting a couple of complaints already on Steam. Well, that only took about 20 seconds, that the tank did go AI. Yes, that is the case. However, it is not going to have a huge outcome on the match itself here. Anyway, as you say, Crayons now are pretty much undefeatable in terms of this match. I think they've got themselves a lead of about... my math is horrible. But anyway, it looks about 4,000 points. Now, the most these guys can get is 2,500. That is, of course, assuming that they get a 2,000 health, 200 health bonus, I'm sorry, with all 4 survivors home. But anyway, we still got SFR to play as survivors. And as I was saying before, watch Meshu, watch Hayu, because they've told me something big's coming.
Another thing I love about the Left 4 Dead community is even when the match is decided, the game is so much fun, even in a competitive situation, that they play out the round together. And that's just great to see. I love watching these top clans in action. And you'll often find Zombie, once the pressure is off, they know that they've lost. They've got nothing to lose any further from this. That is when the clans really can pull out some magic. Tank has spawned, has he?
Yes, Tank has spawned straight away, opening the door, and here he comes. The guys tried to do an early attack. They have done that. Sentient is out by himself. He's getting hunted. He's going to get a world of hurt because there's quite a few common up there as well. Now, there's also a smoker up there, and they've got a fire bomb, which is going to probably cause a bit of trouble for that smoker. No, it hasn't. Oh, 1 in cap, 2 in cap. Almost Sentient dead. No, he has been saved. He has been rescued. But the tank, caused all type of hell here. What can you see? And yes, Sentient is dead. We have only one person up at the moment. It is Chi, who is now caught by the hunter. It looks like it is all over. Unfortunately, we won't get to see those massive things that Meshu was talking to me about. Game over. We have a winner. It is Crayons.
Man, that is pretty massive in itself. That's the second time that Crayons have gotten a tank in the corridors and absolutely dealt to Send for Raw. So, 48 points there, just the final bit of official scoring there. And great throw there by the tank, taking out one of the hunters, in fact, with the rock throw. So, well, I'm sorry, I'm rambling a little bit. That is pretty much it for tonight. We've got Crayons as the victor. Send for Raw really making a good showing of themselves, though, Zombie.
Oh, no, definitely. Final scores are about 6,400 to about 2,200. No, sorry, 2,600. The scores don't really reflect what we saw tonight, but really, it was a really close game. As I said, the scores don't reflect that. But SFR, unfortunate, they did get beaten tonight. Meshu's guys, Crayons, they are undefeated still on the CGI League here.
Hey man, you stole my line. I was just going to point that out. They've maintained their unbeaten run, and it's just amazing to me that they are second on the ladder and unbeaten. They've got to make a challenge for first, and you're one of the ladder admins. Are we going to see a match between them and the top team brackets? I think it's square brackets, right?
Yep, that is correct. What we'll see very soon is the way that this works is it is a league. I have to manually set up each of the challenge each week, and we do have a schedule planned out for that. Next week we have the Blood Harvest matches, which have just been put into fruition at the moment. So they're just in the the accepting and offering stages at the moment. Then the week after that we have week 7 on Dead Air, which is going to see Brackets and Crayons face off. And I'm telling you, man, we better be there for that match. You and me.
Oh, that is going to be incredible. And let's hope that the teams schedule the matches time for around about now, 7 o'clock in Australia or 8 p.m. at the latest, because being the Kiwi that I am, well, I'm a South African living in Kiwi, in New Zealand. Got to make that distinction with the way the Springboks are playing. I need to have nice and early bedtime so that I can go to work. So, well, gee, I hope that we can put that one together. If not me, though, we will definitely pick it up. Somebody at GameStar will pick it up, and we will be bringing that match to you live here on GameStar TV. One final shout out to both of these teams tonight. Send for Raw, great showing, but unfortunately somebody had to lose, and they were the losers. But Crayons, fantastic work, such an awesome showing tonight, and really the team to beat at the moment, with a completely unblemished run so far in the CGI league. This is Crisis and Zombie signing out.